Hi there, it's Carol with Carol B Crafts. Today we'll be doing card number 3 in my online class, Carols of Christmas. My Carols of Christmas online class is available through December 3rd, 2017. You can purchase the class or you can earn it free with a $60 retail purchase using the host code on my blog, www.carolbcrafts.com. There are 6 different Christmas cards available in the kit, and you get everything pre-cut and pre-die cut and ready for you to assemble. All you'll need in addition to the kit is the Carols of Christmas stamps, and this stamp set actually comes as a bundle with the card front builder thinlits. So if you're going to get the stamps, you might want to go ahead and get the dies that go along with it. Now for the inside sentiment, I used a sentiment Christmas Wishes from Across the Miles, and that is from the Holly Berry Happiness stamp set, and the punch that I used matches the Holly Berry Happiness. It has the little bow, and it has the leaves for the holly and the little round berries as well. So if you want to get this, it's a photopolymer. You can pick that up, and you can also purchase the coordinating punch that goes with it. And I use that punch for the berries and the leaves for this particular card. So let's get started making our beautiful Christmas card. Now the kit that you'll need is this one right here, and it does come with an envelope. So we'll set that aside, and I'll get everything out. I put the little pieces in a plastic bag for you so that hopefully nothing gets lost. And let's see, I should have another piece of ribbon. Maybe it stayed in the bag. Yep, that's where it's at. It's in the bag. Here we go. There's always something wants to stay inside this bag. Okay, so we have 2 pieces of our gold ribbon. I'll put the name and item number, but there's 2 pieces, and it's one piece is 6 inches and one piece is 3 inches. So we'll need that. And then we have a piece of thick whisper white cardstock. We'll just fold that and get our bone folder out. I like to get this done first so we get this out of the way. Okay, so I have all my pieces now, and you realize that this is pretty much what we've been doing all along. So we'll just go with the flow. Now these are our 3 3/8 inch square pieces of whisper white. We're going to stamp on those. We'll get our Stamp Out Peace on Earth, our old olive ink. Now we do want to use our Stamp-A-Majig because we'll probably have to stamp this image more than once. So we'll ink up our stamp. We've done this before, so we can do this. We know we can. So we have our stamp inked up, and we're going to put it straight in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect, because we're going to have a chance to straighten it out later if it's not perfect. I'm going to put my Stamp-A-Majig in place in case I have to, stamp it again. And I think I will stamp it one more time. It looks pretty good, but I just want to make sure. Get that A good and stamped. Okay, I think this is going to do it. So straight down, let that set for a minute. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm getting pretty good at this. Practice makes perfect. Okay, so I'll put my ink away. I'm going to Stamp-A-Majig, and give that a chance to dry a little bit. Here, we'll go, while that's drying, we'll start building our card front. I always give you an extra piece in case you need it, but I didn't need it this time, so that's good. We'll start with the old olive frame and get our glue. And we're going to start 1/4 inch from the center. And we're just going to put some little dots. And we use the dots so that the glue doesn't have a chance to ooze over the edges. And it doesn't take a lot of glue anyway to make these stay in place. So we want a 1/8 of an inch of the green, the old olive showing. That looks good. Give it a chance to set. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing again on the white. And we're going to do this time, we'll have 1/8 of an inch of the white showing. Okay, and it's ready to go on top of our piece on earth, and we're going to put this time the glue around the square, but not down at the bottom, just around the square. Now at the end of this video will be a short video showing you how I did these squares and the windows and all the dimensions. So if you want to make more of these, or if you're watching and you didn't take the class, you will know how to do this. Oops, and I wasn't supposed to put glue down here, was I? But I did. That's what I get for talking while I'm crafting. Alright, I'm just going to have to be really careful. I probably should put something down. Let me find something plastic. I'm going to put some plastic down so that it doesn't mess up my paper below. Okay, and I'm just going to center that. And that looks good. There. Now we're ready to put this on, and see the mess I made. Now we're ready to put this on the panel behind, and that's old olive. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4. And we'll go ahead and put some snail on. I probably don't need to put any down there because there's already glue down there, so I'll just put some here. And I might put some on that. And I'll use my little waxy strip. This is left over from the Stampin' Up! Mini glue dots that we all use. That's just a waxy strip left from that I use. And I'm just going to move this around so I have a 1/16 of an inch all around on all the edges. And that looks good. Okay, so we're ready to put our gold ribbon on. And this is our gold ribbon here. And it's going to go right there. And it looks like it's 1 1¼ inches from the bottom. Now I had to take my card off of my back because I forgot to put the ribbon on. Honestly, I am a better crafter than this. I promise you I am. Okay, so we're going to mark 1 1/4 inches from the bottom, and then we're going to put some glue, snail there, and the snail is to hold our ribbon in place. And so let's find our 1 1/4 inch mark. There it is, right there. And then on this side, there it is right there. So now we have our ribbon on, and now we can put it on our card front. Now it's ready to go on our card front, but we need to stamp the inside sentiment. And we'll do that with photopolymer, so we'll need our stamp pad, and that's our Pierce mat, actually, is what that really is. I use it for a stamp pad. Our Old Olive ink, and our Christmas wishes from Across the Miles, and that's from the Holly Berry Happiness stamp set. And we'll put that right here. Alright. Oops. Okay, we have that. Now, we're ready to put the card front on. Give that a chance to dry there. You can see where I had to take it off the card front. Yes, even I make mistakes like that, but that's okay. I mean, I was able to fix it. I was able to save it, so no worries. And we'll do this again. Okay, now then, we have the ribbon on this time, so that's much better. So now we're ready to do our holly. Now the holly is with this gold metallic cardstock. This is that gold metallic cardstock that we sell. It's a 1/2 inch. I put it here on the my scoring board, and then I scored down the middle at 1/4 inch, basically halfway in the middle. And that's supposed to make the vein part of the leaf, or the holly leaf. And then I use this punch. I use the smaller holly leaf, and I put it in through the side, and I want the line here to match up with this tip and that tip of the leaf, so that the vein is in the middle of the leaf. So there's my leaf, and then I just kept pushing it through like this. Hopefully I can do another one for you. And that's how I got my metal leaves. And then for the holly, the little berries, the green berries, I used the round circle, and I went in through this side, and I just punched out a bunch of the circles like that. So, and this is a 1/2 inch of Old Olive. So that's how I got my berries. So if you want to make more, then you know how. And then I just took and kind of folded, just gently folded it in the center there, towards the center, to give it more of a holly leaf look. Okay, and then of course I put Wink of Stella on these little berries, and that makes them kind of more festive. So let's go ahead and put our leaves and berries on. And everything is in this little packet. Should keep everything together for you, so you don't have things flying everywhere, hopefully. Now you'll need your glue dots. There's a little gold pearl-like thing there in your bag as well. Now let's see, glue dots. So we're going to put these on with glue dots. There's 3 in this corner and 2 up here of the leaves. So let me make sure that I bent these already. I don't think I did. If you get some that aren't bent, then just take a minute and fold them, kind of fold them gently in the center, and that will take care of it. Now there's one end that's slightly fatter on one end than the other. That's the end that you want to put the glue dot on. So you put the glue dot on the fatter end, like that right there. And then you're going to put one going up this side. And find that fatter end. And one going this side, like that. And then you want one going towards the center. On top of those 2. like that. And then you want to do up here, you want to put one that direction and one in that direction. Make sure I have the fat side. So we want one in this direction and one in the other direction. Now you might have extra leaves and you might have extra little green berries. That's fine. You don't have to use them. They're just extra. Okay, so I'm going to put one there. One next to it. And then I'm going to put one on top of it. A little bit more towards the center, so that it looks kind of like the three berries together. And then up here, I'm going to put one there. It looks like one of them stuck inside my bag. And I'm going to put one on, kind of on top of that to the side, as you can see right there. Now we will do the wink of Sella, so I'm going to put it there so I don't forget. Now we need our 3-inch piece of the gold ribbon, and we're going to just do a ribbon kind of like the memorial ribbons that you see. It's basically you take it like this and then you fold this end over that end, and then you've got a ribbon like that. So we're going to take a glue dot and let me see. We want to remember where we're supposed to put our glue dot. So let's get our glue dots out. And right here where I have my thumb, I know that's where I want my glue dot. I'm going to put a glue dot there. And if it hangs over the side, I'm just going to fold it forward towards the inside like that, because we don't want it showing. And now we're going to do that same thing again. Take it, fold it like this side over that side. Now we have our little ribbon, memory ribbon, or whatever they call them. And if there's any glue sticking out here, don't worry, because we're going to cover that up. We do want to put a glue dot on the back, and we're going to do the same thing. If there's anything sticking out, we're going to just kind of tuck it behind, and that should be pretty sticky. And we're going to put it here over the ribbon, kind of like right underneath that corner there. And then we're going to take our little gold pearl, or whatever we call that, and get our piercing tool or something sharp, or you might try to use your nail. And we're going to put that on top of the ribbon here. Now I see some goo sticking out here, so I'm going to tuck that back underneath in there with my piercing tool. See, it's good for a lot of things, not just piercing tool. And once I get that pretty much cleaned up, I'll push that over a little bit. Now we're just going to trim that with our snips so that it looks a little prettier. And trim it that way. And I think I need new scissors. I have been having trouble with these scissors not cutting my ribbon properly. Okay, so now we have, that's a little bit smaller than this ribbon, but that's okay. It still looks nice. It's still pretty. Now we're going to take our Wink of Stella and just go over our green berries, not the gold. leaves, just the green berries with our clear Wink of Stella. Oops, this is not clear. This is the clear. Clear Wink of Stella. Okay, so that makes it look a lot more festive. And it's all ready to pop in the mail to someone that you love, to wish them a Merry Christmas from across the miles. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll post that video to show you how to do the windows if you haven't already seen how to do that. And I will see you for video number 4 and our card number 4 in our Carols of Christmas online class. Bye now. Okay, I'm going to show you how I did the windows for the card. Now the old olive, 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. The Whisper White, 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, the same size. And then the DSP that we're going to use is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I'm going to use this video for 3 of the cards, so the DSP might look different, but it's the same process. Now the 3 largest dies in the layering squares framelits are what we're going to use, and we're going to use the largest die on the first DSP on the largest piece of paper. And we'll just put that down, and I'm using the magnetic plate, which makes it really easy to do this, but you can also use washi tape or regular tape to hold your die in place if you need to. So this is the top, and what we want is even spacing on all sides, and that looks about right to me. So I'm going to put my tape here on the metal and on the inside, not on the outside, because it will ruin your paper. Now, so we have magnetic plate, plastic plate, and then our die. And now we're going to put another plastic plate on and run this through the Big Shot. And then we can just tear this away like that, and we're done with this die. Now we're going to take the Whisper White, which is the next layer. As you can see, the Whisper White. Get our plate back here, and we want to put this so that it's even spacing along all sides here, and we'll hold that in place and then lay it down like that. Now we're going to take the medium, or the middle, second largest layering square framelit and put it inside that square. Now if you don't have the magnetic platform, you can use tape. You can use washi tape or regular tape. I'm just going to use regular tape, being careful not to get any on the paper. Now I can remove this, and I'm ready to run that through. So we're going to go ahead and run this through. Now it might look a little off, but that's okay, because we do have a little bit of wiggle room on the sides. It looks like there might be a little bit more on one side here than on the other. So then the next thing we're going to do is do the old olive layer, and those are the same size, so we're just going to lay this down like here on this top of our acrylic plate. Get the smallest square of the 3 that we're working with, and do the same thing. We're going to just put that down right there, and this time I'm not going to use any tape because I do have the magnetic. So I'm just going to hold that in place while I pick this up. And now I'm going to straighten that up just a little bit because it's kind of cockeyed, I can see. Okay. And now I'm going to put this plate on top and run it through. And you'll see that we have all 3 pieces here. We have the old olive, and there's a little bit of a frame that goes towards the front, and then we have the white, and we have the old olive, the DSP. So you do have a little bit of wiggle room. If it's off a little bit, you still have some wiggle room, and even if it sticks over the edge like this when you're done, you can always just cut that. If you're off that much, you can always cut it. What's important is that the center, you have even spacing in the center when you put it on your card. So that's how you make the window. And like I said, same process for all 3 cards, so I won't be doing this video 3 times. I'll just post this to the end of each of the videos that does a card like this.